Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. This is Monday, the 3rd day of November 2025. Yesterday, I had a live broadcast, and after the broadcast, few persons were still calling because they thought that we were still online. And one of them that called was a lawyer. He said, Mr. Okocha, I've been following you for some time, and I don't think there is anybody that gives insight on insecurity situation in Nigeria better than you, but there is a place you are getting it wrong. So I responded, okay, tell me. He said, you see the whole issue happening in Nigeria, at least we have proof, you have been able to prove it that yes, all these issues are existing. But what about the southeastern part of the country? These are predominantly Christians, and don't you think it is the same Christians that are causing the crisis in the southeastern part of the country? How will you match that with the narrative of the Christian genocide, or supporting what is going on at the moment in Nigeria? So after asking these questions, I just ask him, are you ready to listen? Because sometimes if you are trying to talk to people, they will be arguing instead of listening. They will start arguing. So I asked him, are you ready to listen? He said, yes. So I explained to him everything. And after explaining to him everything, he went straight to his Facebook. I saw him posting it yesterday in the evening. He went there and posted what I told him. Actually, I said, I'm going to use it to make video as well, because for him to ask the question, I believe a lot of people have been asking this question. What about the southeastern part of the country? Are Christians also killing Christians? Now, there will be nothing like Biafra agitation. There would be nothing like IPOP or all these things you are seeing in the southeast if there are no extremists, or if there is no extremist agenda in Nigeria. What do I mean? Pay attention. Now, I don't want to start narrating what I read from the books, what I saw in the video, what I learned. I want to explain to you what I know. I like talking about what I know, not what I hear. Because if I want to start talking about what I read from books and all those things, I will start talking about pogrom. The pogrom that happened where they were cutting the hairs of people from the southern Nigeria, putting it in a vehicle, sending it back to them. All those things that led to the first agitation, that led to first civil war we have in Nigeria. That is the Nigerian and Biafra war. Okay, I don't want to start talking about those things. Okay, I have invited Nigerian army who fought during the Biafra war. I have invited Biafra army who fought during the Biafra war on this channel before. So they explain everything and their stories match together. So I want to start talking about from 2012, because all this issue you are seeing in Nigeria, it started in 2012 majorly. I'm not saying that Boko Haram started in 2012. Boko Haram first started in 2000, 2001, 2002, okay? Before they used implementation of Sharia in Nigerian constitution to calm them down. Now, in 2012, if you see the resurrection of agitation of Biafra, the formation of IPOP and all those things, you ask yourself a question. Did Nnamdi Kanu just wake up and form Radio Biafra? Did he just wake up and form IPOP? I hate it when Nigerians jump into issue they don't know. You are jumping into the issue you don't know. And that is why in a place like China, you must have masters. When I mean master, you must be able to understand something before you talk about it. Now, let me go deeper. Nnamdi Kanu started Radio Biafra in 2012, if I'm not mistaken, after a heated argument of Christians leaving the northern Nigeria. I used to explain all these things now. Go and Google, you go to BBC, go to UN website, go to Al Jazeera, every foreign media, you will see it there, apart from Nigerian media. Now, Boko Haram gave ultimatum that Christians should leave northern part of the country. That if they did not leave northern part of the country, that they are going to kill them. It was explicit in a video format, everything. It was publicized the whole world. After 3 days, the Christians refused to leave. Boko Haram started killing them. Nnamdi Kanu have to step in and started telling people, come back to Igbo land, come back, we need our own country. The Boko Haram that asked people to leave the northern part of the country, the Boko Haram that started killing people, nobody was touching them. Okay, nobody was touching them. By the way, that Jerika team and those people in the army, they were determined to fight Boko Haram. Buhari said a war against Boko Haram is a war against the northern Nigeria.
A very well-known leader in this country said that any attempt to attack and fight insurgency is an attack on the North. So, when you have such huge political considerations, there are difficulties. I mean, Buhari said that in the newspaper. General Buhari said that any attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the North. So
I want to explain deep to you, because you people are seeing problem. You don't see the genesis of the problem. I studied conflict resolution. I don't jump into the problem. If I see fire burning or bush burning, I will ask, where did this fire started? Because if you did not see the genesis of the fire, quenching the fire is not the solution, because the fire will still burn another place until you locate where the fire begins. That is only where you can quench it, after stopping other places. Now, this is what I mean. They started killing Christians, and the northern politicians were supporting these extremists. They told Jonathan and the other people that time, if you fight these people, it's a fight against the North. It was so explicit. If you fight Boko Haram, you are fighting the northern part of the country. This man that supported P2B, is it Okukpe? Yes. Okukpe was that time with Jonathan, and he came to Chinese television to say, look at what Buhari said. Buhari said, we are fighting the North if you are fighting Boko Haram. So all these things gave rise and gave that moving force to Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu have to step in. He first of all started protesting in London. We need security in Nigeria. We need this. Boko Haram cannot be killing our people, asking our people to go. That was how he started, broadcasting the radio Biafra. He did not carry gun. People were carrying gun, killing his people. He just carried microphone to start telling his people, come back, we have to have our own country. Boko Haram said we should leave northern Nigeria. And northern Nigeria have been designated as Sharia zone. And we don't understand Sharia. We don't believe in Sharia. His message was simple and well understood by the people. So he started his message. People started hearing him, and people were having relieved. If you see the fame of Nnamdi Kanu, you don't know where it was coming from. People were having relief, like people were having solace, like freedom has come. Because if the North say you should leave, Boko Haram are killing you, politicians are supporting it, and you don't have anybody who is welcoming you back, telling you what to do and all those things, you will be frustrated. And that was where Nnamdi Kanu was relevant. And people started seeing him and somebody they should listen. And Nnamdi Kanu was talking sense. He was making sense. Started telling them what happened before pogrom. That it is repeating itself. UN had a security meeting and condemned Christian genocide in Nigeria in 2012. Don't jump into issue you don't know about. So fast track to 2014. Nnamdi Kanu had a broadcast. Nnamdi Kanu was the first person that told us that Buhari and Tinubu's coalition are important terrorists. Nnamdi Kanu said that before they came to admit that they did. So Nnamdi Kanu said these people are important terrorists, over millions and millions. They will use it to remove Jonathan. He made that statement. People were thinking that this man is talking rubbish. And actually they did. That is these bandits you are saying today.
Let me first of all say that the idea of bringing people from outside the country to destabilize wasn't, I didn't say they brought people to destabilize. What I said was that the idea they actually brought people into the country with the intention that those people will come and vote for them. I think you understand? And they never realized, they never knew, they were never convinced that they were going to win that election, because PDP was very, very strong on ground. So the fear was that they were going to lose the election. So the only thing they could do was to bring in people who could serve as mercenaries to come and win elections for them through the back door. But when the new PDP came on board and joined them and to form the APC and won the election, they didn't know what to do with those people. And in the process, those people became uncontrollable. Many people have spoken about that. You've mentioned a name now, although I hate to mention names. You've mentioned a name now. You've mentioned El-Rufai. He talked about them.
Nnamdi Kanu have to fly from London down to Nigeria. He was saying that this is not, I can't stay here any longer. Let me return home and help my people with only microphone. He was arrested in Lagos 2014 just with microphone, not with gun, right? And the whole issue was moving. So, Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, you people know him now, this cleric that used to negotiate with the bandits. He told the southeastern governors, you have to use Igbos to kill Igbos. That was how they won the civil war. How can that statement come from this man? And to fast track that, you started seeing southeastern governors, they just moved, they prescribe IPOB. You prescribe an organization that has never carried a weapon. Nobody was arrested for violence, so they have never arrested any IPOB person for violence before they prescribed IPOB. They started what they call Python dance. If they see you, they just shoot all of you. They were not carrying gun. But the Boko Haram people that were carrying gun, they are now telling them, repent and join the military. Repent and become president. Do you see the process and steps where all these things are coming from? There would not be IPOB or Biafra agitation without these extremists who pushed people into agitating for their sovereign state. I am trying to explain this thing to you because a lot of people I saw people on social media like, I said, wow, people can say what they have in mind, but you can't proffer solution with what you are saying because you don't know the root. You are reacting to emotion. People started jumping into talking, this is not. But when people were dying, they were silent. I have been on this issue for more than 2 years now. I have been talking about the same issue for more than 2 years. And I am a kind of person that I don't just jump into issue. I study issue before I talk about it. You know why? That is why my videos I did 2 years ago is still relevant today. It's still relevant because everything I said, I won't go back to tell you that what I said about insecurity 2 years ago is not relevant. Why? Because I did not jump into saying it. I studied the reality and you speak for the truth. The truth is entirely correct. What people are saying today, watch them all these people tweeting, posting on Facebook, I want you to watch them. Watch them. You see what they are writing, they will delete it in 2026 because they don't know what is coming. Most of them will delete what they are writing now in 2026. I know what is coming in 2026. I know what is coming. I have made up to 12 videos. If you have been following me on YouTube here, I told you about the catastrophe of 2026, how these terrorists will come into the cities, how police will run, how military will run from these people. You understand? So I have been saying all these things, right? It's not because something is happening and people started jumping into it now. You understand? It's not because something is happening, people started jumping into trend. So when you are saying all this issue of American intervention, blah, 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 see, nobody is a saint. America is not a saint, and I do not call them saints. But I want to tell you that you people are making noise online. America have proofs. They have satellite images. They are unclassified information with America that is making them to act. Not only the reports that many Christians went to America to report. America have classified informations. America have already indicted people. Okay? They have already indicted many people in Nigeria. They have it. So they are not just trying to act based on rumor. You are the one acting based on rumor. You don't understand how everything was going and you jump into it. Back to what I'm saying about the issue of extremists, how they fueled the agitation in the Southeast and so on and so forth. Now, if you look at people who are killing in the Southeast today, the crisis in the Southeast, go and read Amnesty International report. At least that is a little bit okay report. Go and read Inter-Society. That is an accurate report. Go and check my videos. I told you people how Boko Haram was funding all this, how politicians were funding all these unknown gunmen. I was saying it before Hope Uzodinma said it 3 times on the national television. That this is not IPOB. This thing you are seeing is caused by politicians to clamp down to reducing Nnamdi Kanu's influence. And up to tomorrow, the reason why they are not talking about Nnamdi Kanu's release is because of this. They don't want him released because of his influence. This man got his people. So anybody telling you what they don't know, be very careful. Be very careful. These people are dangerous. These influencers are very, very dangerous. They jump into what they don't know and they started talking about it. Apart from politicians who are sponsoring the unknown gunmen, the Asari Dokubo boys that federal government contracted, they are committing extrajudicial killing so many people. And all these things, they are naming it IPOB. They formed Ebuka who was killing enemies, political witch hunt. They scattered everywhere. They said IPOB. And there are still some people who were doing bad and they were mentioning IPOB. This is because Nnamdi Kanu was not in the picture. You understand? You take out a man who is a leader of an organization, and you said the organization is now terrorizing in the absence of the man. The man is in detention. So is he commanding them from the detention? He's not commanding them from the detention, and it's not the duty of him to even give you security. He was just doing this for the love of his people. So a lot of people are not asking the right questions, and it is a pity. Yeah, it is a pity. This is the truth about the issue of agitation in the Southeast. Biafra agitation wouldn't have, been valid despite everything happening in Nigeria. Biafra agitation wouldn't have been, so comfortable with people if the extremists were not going after their own Sharia country. This is the reality that no one wants you to know. They don't want you to know this. They don't want to tell you about this. But I will tell you. Share this video to anyone who is talking about all these things, who don't understand all these things. Share this video to them. They have to understand the background and the reason why this new Biafra agitation started in 2012 through the formation of Radio Biafra. The truth is bitter. We have to say it. I'm Okocha Marcel. I'm a conflict and insecurity reporter. And if you want any conflict to end, I can proffer solution because I studied conflict resolution. You don't jump into issue without knowing the root cause of it. See you on my next video. Thank you.